I didn't realise Ben Folds was a serial divorcer, but he's just divorced his fifth wife.
Oh, really? Is that recent, is it?
Yeah, just the other day, which brings a whole new meaning to the Ben Folds 5.
Got him.
Why get married at that point?
What, you just don't think he's capable of marriage? Is that what you
No,
think's
no.
going
Just
on?
what's the point if you're gonna just keep divorcing him? Like, don't you
Obviously,
just go,
when he gets married to them, he's not thinking, geez, the divorce is going to be rough with this one.
I know, but once you've experienced that bitter divorce, maybe it's not so bitter. Maybe it was all right. Maybe he quite enjoyed it. You know what? He likes divorce.
Maybe he likes marriage.
No, I think he likes divorce. I think he only gets married.
I think he's really into marriage, but he only likes weddings. Like, he likes getting married.
So he can get divorced. He probably loves going down the registry. Why does he want to get divorced?
But why does he want to get divorced?
He's just
so
a
he
sicko.
can get married again.
Free himself up.
I'm looking at this, right? It says, so he had his first wife, 1987 to 1992. 1996 to 96. So he had a 4-year break and then he stayed with one for 1 year. 1999, so he had a 3-year break. 1999 to 2006, that's 7 years. The next one, 2007, he had a year break, got married again. So he's managing to get divorced and married within a year. Divorced 4 years later.
That's efficient, isn't it? But he may have had them lined up.
And then 6 years later, so he had a 6-year break from the marriage game, married the recent one, 2017, divorced 2024, so 7 years. So his longest marriage so far is that one.
Oh, that's the one he's probably most upset about because he could have had 3 or 4 marriages in that time.
Yeah, other ones. Shorter ones.
Yeah, he probably was wondering, how do I end this one a little bit quicker?
Surprised he hasn't got remarried to one of the previous wives. Like, why hasn't any of them had like a comeback? You know, get married to them again, like McConaughey or whatever, right?
Yeah, McConaughey. Yeah, didn't they do it 3 times? They got married for the 3rd time. Yeah, that's impressive. They didn't give up on it. Well, they did twice, but then they didn't. They were
really bad at giving up on it.
Yeah, that's a heavy backslide to get married and then. And that's the 3rd time you're having the wedding. People are going like, mate, surely his best mate was going, are you sure about this? Oh, we've done this before. This is expensive. What do you say at the speech? What do you say in your best man speech? Here we are again. Was it the same guy every time?
Yeah. Well, you'd be fascinated to know that in 2012, he said, as much as I love the idea of being married, it's not for me. And that was after, that was after 4 marriages. And then he got married again after that. Oh, well, some new music coming out of Ben Folds then. Likely. Good.
Okay, I've got some world records. I've got some marriage world records here.
Great.
Okay, so we've got the longest marriage. Someone was married for 86 years. I would have thought someone would have topped that. I mean, you both have to live to 100. If you get married at 14, that's a bit tough.
Get married at 14?
No, probably not. Okay, so if you both... Okay,
let's just go 18.
It's 87 years, so you get married at 18.
Yeah.
What's 18 plus 87?
Should be easier than that.
Hey?
That should be an easy one.
105. Is it? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So you both have to live to 105. That is tough, actually. That is a tough one.
And stay together.
Yeah, and stay together, yeah. Shortest marriage in Hollywood.
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Rudolph Valentino and Gene Ackler.
Yep.
They were wed in 1919, but no sooner was the service over than Ackler started having some serious doubts, resulting in her locking her newly betrothed Valentino out of their honeymoon suite. After approximately 20 minutes of knocking, Valentino gave up and went home. During their divorce proceedings, Gene Ackler claimed that they never consummated their union, which is no surprise to him. Do you know, I made it...
What is that? That's a bullshit law, right? That can't be right.
I think it's a bullshit law, but I just to be sure, I consummated that bad boy.
Okay, great.
I wasn't sure.
What if you're
I didn't
unable
want
to
to
have?
find
What
out.
if you're unable to have sex?
What, you're a eunuch?
Yeah, or they are, or whatever.
Do you mean physically, or you're tired? Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think
there's
it's
no
a real.
way
I
to
don't think
legally
it's a real
bind this
law.
marriage?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's a real law. Yeah,
You just made sure that you
just
got
quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most married
It's
woman
probably
in the
something that
world.
husbands. It's probably something that men made up.
Yeah, they're like, we're just gonna. Yeah,
We're not actually married yet.
Yeah,
We're
This is
not married
probably-
yet. And she goes, "What? We did the whole thing. We did the."
Yeah, no. I need a.
Nah, nope. None of that
Nope.
counts. I could walk out the door right now. Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, a lot of people got married just so they could have sex, because sex outside of marriage was not allowed. So, I mean, they're keen. They're like, yeah, we got to consummate this, or we're risking it not being legit.
Yeah, obviously.
Most married woman in the world,
Oh,
23 times. She got
23,
married at
Benny.
16.
23, Benny. You got about 22 to go.
Married when she was 16. Or she married Glyn Scotty Wolfe, the world's most married man. Wait. Her first marriage at just 16 was for love, whilst her last in 96 was for publicity. She married, so the two most married people in the world got married. I like that. I like that a lot. That's not going to last.
No.
Did it last?
Did it last?
In between, Linda married a whole host of men, such as a convict, a homeless man, a musician, and a plumber.
She just likes getting married. She
Didn't know
paperwork.
what she liked. She just had to
What are you
try
talking
one of
about?
everything.
She was just collecting certificates, man. She was just
Got to
racking
collect
them
them
up.
all.
Racking up
One marriage
marriage
lasted only
certificates.
36 hours, and
Yeah.
she married one lucky fellow on 3 separate occasions.
Oh, that's nice. He was real keen.
While she divorced most of her 23 partners, her final marriage ended in 97 when her husband died of Oh my God. So the two most married people in the world got together and her husband died.
Well, that was going to happen.
And she lived out the rest of her days as a single woman.
As a single, not as like a. They didn't say like as a widow. She was back out. Like she was straight back out on the prowl.
You wouldn't read about it.
Man, that is wild.
Is that even real?
That can't be.
They should make a
real.
movie about that. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Firstly, it's a comedy, right? Because she's marrying, the plumber, the musician, the homeless guy. You can make a real funny thing of it, right? And then she decides to marry the most married man. They think it's just funny, but they fall in love. And then he dies. And she lives the rest of her life alone.
Interesting.
It's genius.
Dude, did that just used to happen a lot back in the day? Did people used to get because obviously divorce was pretty rare, right? People never really, got divorced all that much back then.
No.
But this Glyn Wolfe guy did. He divorced a lot of people and usually spent less than a year with them.
He was probably just trying to get half their shit.
What I'll say is that although the idea of divorce wasn't really mainstream, the people that did it were hardcore divorcees.
Yeah.
They're the real goats.
They have a lawyer on retainer.
They've also, they would. And they've also got they've got the means.
They'd be good at getting married as well. Because the more times you do something, the better you get. It's a bit like the podcast. Although I don't think we're getting better. We're trying. If I was getting married every Monday night, damn, I'd be good at it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But they're really bringing the
What do you
numbers
think's
up.
harder? Do you think it's harder to be the most married person in the world? Which world record's harder? Because you think that this is why I'm saying that the 56-hour podcast is low hanging fruit. Because
Are you asking me if it's easier to marry
which would you
31
rather do?
people?
Yeah.
Or
23. Was it 23? 23 people?
Well, this guy Glyn Wolf is known for allegedly having the largest number of monogamous marriages, having married 31 times, although one of his marriages was annulled. Oh my God. And several remain unconfirmed. So we don't know. There's a few question marks over Glyn's story there.
Linda Wolf, also because they both share the same last name, Linda Wolf is the most married woman in the world. So obviously it disqualifies her from being the most married man in the world, which Glyn Scotty Wolf was.
Yes.
Oldest couple to divorce. Wow, 98-year-old Bertie and Jesse Wood. Yeah, at that point. Don't you just see it through at that point? 36 years of marriage. They got married late. They got married in their 60s for starters. They were 2 years away from their 100th birthdays.
They probably just had other plans for their 100th birthday. Look, in short, no. So there's no real reason, to stick it out, even if you are at the end. It's probably more of a reason.
And the most expensive wedding was $45 million in 79. So that equates to $137 million US today.
That can't be the most expensive wedding.
Well, it says here that there's many contenders for this title.
Yeah.
But they had 20,000 guests. And Dubai's police air wing performed a fleet of 20 bejeweled camels.
Yep.
Oh, no, sorry. Dubai's police air wing performed, and a fleet of 20 bejeweled camels made their entrance, and acrobats and dancers dazzled the guests with their performances.
Yes, okay. That makes sense. That does sound pretty expensive.
I feel like my wedding was a bit light on now.
Yeah.
I hope no one had come just straight from the custom-built Dubai venue to my pleb place down south.
I don't know why I did this, but I Googled this expensive weddings thing.
Yeah.
And the most expensive wedding that they're saying, because you said it was a disputed list, which I can only imagine it would be. Number one on this list, the wedding of Said Gutserev, the son of Russian oil tycoon Mikhail Gutserev, whose marriage to Khadija, I'm not going to do that, is rumored to have cost an eye-watering $1.3 billion. More than 600 guests were in attendance. So 600 guests. So 1.3 billion
just give them all a couple $1 million. You should get the option of being a millionaire or turning up at the wedding. I was about, sorry, mate. I know your wedding's going to be good and all.
Elie Saab wedding dress nearly weighed 13 kilograms. And we don't even want to guess how much her diamond tiara, earrings, and necklace, as well as matching seriously blinged out handbag cost. Fucking hell, bro. Oh, Jennifer Lopez, Enrique Iglesias, and Sting performed for guests who enjoyed a piece of their gigantic 9-tier wedding cake. And number two on that list is $137 million. So it's a huge jump to this number one, where it's like $1.3 billion.
Jeez.
Are they still together?
Did they consummate the marriage, though? That's what I want to know.
Great question. And I'm glad someone's asking the tough questions.
I reckon David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's wedding would have been pretty expensive. Have you seen the photo? Did you watch the Beckham documentary?
No.
Oh, mate, you got to just look up a photo of the Beckhams in their wedding outfits.
Okay.
Hilarious. I'll leave you on that.
So what? His wedding?
Yep. Their wedding.
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
They look like Hamburgulars.
Oh wait, the purple shit?
Yeah, they look like children of the Hamburgular.
Oh man.
Wait, is Grimace? Wait, which one? Grimace. Sorry. They look like Grimace's children.
They're cosplaying as Grimace. Great stuff. Hey, we'll be back next week. We'll be doing it again. So there'll be another app at next Wednesday. I think that's about all I can confirm at this point.
Shout out to the dog.
Thanks for getting in touch. And we'll be live on the oil rig ASAP, really. But until then, next time, see ya.
Don't worry, we don't have a pregnancy on the way or anything, but I watched a gender reveal plane crash the other day. So you know how you do fancy gender reveals? People have...
they punch out the thing and it's either pink or blue smoke.
Yeah,
they'll do like a water
cut the
balloon
cake
fight
or whatever. Yeah, there's this video. Just check it out on YouTube. And this little small plane comes in above the couple, and it's going to drop its dust, whether it's pink or blue dust, and it pulls up right before the couple, and it's a spray of pink dust, and the wing of the airplane flies off and flies over and crashes, and the couple don't know what's happening. They're just celebrating that they're having a girl.
Okay.
And someone died in a plane crash.
Oh,
yeah.
Is he dead?
Well, it's a plane crash. I just assume as much.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I know.